Good day, televiewers. You're welcome on board the LAM over WAKA Africa TV. It's a pleasure being in your midst this day. It is only on the LAM that we bring together different thoughts and try to see how we put together the different ideologies to meet up with the standards of the global world. In today's edition of the program, we will be talking on the topic, the impact, as we'll be assessing the impact of the social media strike caused by the students of the University of Bamenda. With me this day in the studio, I will be introducing to you this gentleman. On my left, we have Mbah Nelson. He is the president for Student Association, HTTTC. That's commonly known as ENSET. It's a pleasure having you on board, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Journalist. It is my pleasure likewise to be here.
All right. On my immediate right, we have the president of the Faculty of Science Student Association. That's no other person than Tchampo. It's a pleasure having you on set, sir.
No, thank you, sir.
All right. Tchampo, I'll be asking you of recent, this school, University of Bamenda students, they had a social media strike. What was this social media strike all about?
No, the social media strike or campaign, as we usually call it, was a strategy to let our voices come out as for our education. Because for the past, the last 3 months, we had the crisis whereby we, the students, were actually deprived from our right of being educated.
Okay, deprived by who? Deprived
by some certain stakeholders,
Okay.
Like due to the socio-political crisis which has been happening in the northwest and southwest regions, and so we're not able to have what we students are to have as far as education is concerned.
Yes, Nelson, talking about the social media campaign or strike, as you may want to call it, what were the steps put in place to make sure that it was a success?
Yes, the reality is that, Mr. Journalist, we cannot actually still call it a success as of now, because students are still out there in their homes finding it hard to return for classes, as most of the parents themselves have decided to keep their students at home, given the fact that they are not yet even certain of the security state of our institution now. Talking of the step, we saw into it that the students' situation is for them to study. Yeah. The most important aspect for a community to survive, for students to have their education in place. And this education cannot happen in an environment that is never ever conducive. The issue is that what happened is there are lots of shooting all over the campus that causes the students to be afraid. And you can imagine that a student will take it upon himself to appear on campus and come into the school environment. And before he knows it, there's shooting all over. So it really disturbed us as student representatives. And we said that no, we can't sit and fold our arms, but we must take up something like an initiative in order to pass to the right persons in concern concerning this this issue of students not returning to schools.
Were these shootings targeting students?
Well, we cannot say that they were targeting students, but anything that happens around the school environment with students around, they are likely to get involved, or they're likely to cross, maybe what we call crossfire. Yes, there was a student who crossfire and was shot. Yes, it's not that he's actually dead, but this caused a lot of commotion on students, as they are not secure, as they are not satisfied with the internal environment. So they decided to stay home, or even if you are around campus, you should be in your hiding. So,
Tchampo, before engaging in this campaign, did you, as student representative heads, did you ever meet the authorities of the institution?
No, actually, before we did that, we did not actually meet the authorities of the institution. You know, there was some sort of, everybody was disturbed. It touched both the administration and we, the students. So you see, we are like, no one is on campus, no one is in school, and we are all at home doing what? Nothing. Why? Because we can't be on campus due to the insecurity around the place. So we as student leaders, we have to sit, have a meeting, and take up a step.
That's to say, all the student leaders in the entire university, they had their own accord to the act. Now, there are several ways of going about a campaign or whatever. Why did you choose the social media?
No, we chose the social media because, first of all, we both know the states of our region, the insecurity which prevails around by invisible and visible forces could not permit us first to be on the streets.
Okay.
Secondly, now the social media is a platform which is heard and listened by a lot of people, both old, new, internationally and nationally, making our voice being heard throughout. So that's why we chose social media.
Yes, I'll be coming back to you, Nelson. When we take stock of it was a one-week campaign, right?
Yeah.
When we take stock of the campaign and going by what you presented earlier, it appeared the university area was kind of deserted.
Of course.
But after the campaign, can we say that there's some life coming back to the campus?
Yes, well, we will be saying that there's life on the aspect that students have taken it upon themselves, not on the aspect that the authority is concerned or the stakeholders themselves have given in that maximum security which we all need around the environment. Students has bold or has taken the storm. They have bold themselves to come to campus, and despite the shooting that still took place, maybe on the it was on the matriculation day. It was still shooting all over around Ambe, around the campus, and students took the initiative to still come despite that that chaos. And that was the greatest number we've ever registered in the matriculation. That's faithful day, and. This is only as a result of the student. We're still calling on the stakeholders not to forget their role in the educational system of a country. Because if students have vowed to see themselves graduate in this same environment that poses threat to them, it means that they have seen the need for that education. So too our country.
Who are these stakeholders, if I may ask?
Well, when we talk of stakeholders, we mean everybody that are involved as regards to our studies. Yes, we will put the state in front. We also put all those parties, our community as a whole. So we should allow the student, if there must be an aspect that they should touch, if there are political crisis, it shouldn't touch the educational system. Students are helpless. They can't, they have only their education to fight on, to follow, to pursue. And so if that is also taken away from there, I don't know what we expect the student to show forth around the community.
Yes, Tchampo, what were some of these activities carried out during this campaign?
No, the main thing we had during the campaign, we brought out flyers with some good information. The information put placed on each flyer was directed towards education. They were neither political or politically inclined. They were strictly towards the rights of being educated for we, the students of the University of Bamenda. Secondly, too, there were also words that from various aspects of the university. For example, there were like motivations for the students to bold the steps, take the steps and come to school. For our lecturers to make that so to come to school. And sincerely speaking, I believe that for now, things have gone on well. Yes, and despite the dryness of Bambili in the past 2 months, I think we're moving towards a better perception of the situation.
We also had a case last time when a lecturer was killed, and are there situations where students go to the class and lecturers are not there because of fear?
Yes, there are situations of that sort where students come for class and you see they are fear. The lecturers have maybe the same perception that maybe on my way to school I might be gone down, or maybe I might be kidnapped, or about all sorts of things. Those things to come to their mind. But then now we have to use this to let the stakeholders give us what we need in order to pursue our lives as students.
Now, as it stands, Nelson.
Yes.
Despite the campaign, the one-week campaign, we still had security threats on the day of the matriculation, like you put it. What other steps do you people think you can do so that you can have an enabling environment for studies?
Well, we as students have done our best. I must reiterate on that. We have done our best. It is for the government. It is for those that are vowed or not seeing students to study. It is for them to react in that line. That we students are vowed to go to school. Come rain, come sunshine. Yeah. So we are saying that if you are in one way or the other against students' resumption, against students' academic, against students' studies, you should desist from that, because our future is what we have. We have this brain and nothing more. So we are saying that if nothing is being done as per what we've done, if they have not given us the maximum security. For instance, there are still students in the hidings. If you go to the southwest, they are still in bushes, they cannot come here. Some parents are vowed until they see that other students have come before they can send their children, because they are still scared. So we are saying that we will not rest. Other measures will obviously come up. We will not rest until this educational system is in place, successful and conducive.
Tchampo, President of Faculty of Science Student Association, does the presence of security on campus scare you?
As you see that security on campus doesn't scare me, actually.
That's to say you advocate for more security men in uniform on campus. Do they for security?
No, so security on campus, I think they are playing their best to ensure that the students should be not only protected, but they should have the right of being educated.
So you have more troops on campus?
No, we just say that we just have what is necessary for a campus to survive,
okay,
for us to have an education. But nevertheless, it's not a good thing to have troops on campus. We wish to arrive to a situation whereby we are free to move without those army men, those men in gun with live bullets. You know, when someone, for example, from the opposite side comes to school and says, no, he doesn't want to see this, it becomes a threat to us students on campus, you see. But nevertheless, we pray and we believe that through our motive, we are going to achieve what we are going in for. And we hope that the stakeholders should really do something in order for us, students, their children, to be educated.
The message is very clear. You are tuned and watching the Lamb over WAKA Africa TV. We have as guests students representatives from the University of Bamenda, and they are telling us about the strike, or call it media campaign, which they did of recent. Before we say bye-bye, we know for sure that we all want the best of the situation, and like you did put it, you are doing your best to see to it that you make it better as the days go by. What message have you also for the students who still fear to get on campus?
Yes, thank you so much for that question. The thing I will tell my students, the University of Bamenda, is that you should know that the first security, however, of your life is you, and the trust in the Almighty God. And you have only that education as your own asset. If you are scared and you are home and not making effort as other students are making effort to be on campus, I think that's a big blow to you, because nobody cares about your future better than you, dear student. Ensure to come back, take the necessary precautions at your own level, and respect the others, even if they are not favorable to you, and come back. And again, we as your student representative are doing our best to ensure that nothing will happen to you on campus. Thank you, Mr. John.
And you, Tchampo?
No, what I tell my students actually is almost similar to what Mr. Mbah said, that self-discipline is the first security which each and every one of you and me too as a student have. Now, we have been doing a lot of things throughout. We have been doing some prayer sessions. We have been braving the odds by coming to school and doing our best in order for security to prevail. We have also media and nutrition on which they too have taken the bold step and the great step to ensure that the students are protected all around campus, in all the various premises as a city, hostels around the campus. I just have one thing to tell the students. First, come back to be educated. And secondly, pray for your protection. Lastly, what I can actually say is that school has resumed. And please, we are willing to have you back on campus.
Thank you also very much for making it to the studio, Mbah. It was a pleasure having you, Tchampo.
Thank you.
It's been the LAM over WAKA Africa TV. It's on the LAM that we brighten our minds, ideas, and we redirect our personal ideologies to global thought. I have been Staffman Ambe Macmillian Hour, wishing you the best of the day.